Hey guys, sorry for today. Sorry guys for delay today. I'm a little 8 minutes late. I'm so sorry. I was attending to the kids and making sure that they sleep before the usual time we start. I hope you guys can hear me. Thank you guys so much for your patience today once again. Mama, can you stop that? Thank you guys so much for your patience once again. I'm a little late today. Hello, can anyone hear me? I can't even see myself. Let me share myself out. Today I was contemplating to start the live or not because someone is doing monetization party and I wanted to support her, but due to the my co-host, we already discussed on this a long time ago, and her time difference is totally different. So, guys, sorry for the delay. Due to my co-host, her time difference is totally different. It's totally different, and we had this discussion for a long time of her coming to my channel. So I cannot cancel it. I hope you understand, Sister Anita, that is doing her monetization party today. Sorry, I hope you understand and pardon me. I will join your live once this section is over. So please join me today. Let me share myself out. Let me share myself out, and we will be having lots of discussion to do. Uh, but before we do that, we need to pray because God is wonderful. You guys, do you guys won't believe the time difference? We are 12 hours, 30 minutes ahead of my co-host. Right now, they're in morning, while we are in 10 p.m. and they are in 9:30 p.m. Could you guys believe that? Let me share the link in case my co-host is ready to join me and she will join us. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone has been joining our Friday episodes. It's your host again, Linda Nenye, in the building. It's me again, and today's topic is going to be an interesting one. Trust me, because a lot of people have misconception about this cesarean section. And I remember I made a video. Sorry, guys. I remember I made a video regarding cesarean section, the means, everything about cesarean section. I remember I made a video about that. So that's why I agree. Okay, my co-host is here. Okay. Good evening,
Can you
sis.
see me?
Yeah, I can see you, but your own is turned upside down.
I can't even see me. I'm just seeing. Okay, wait. I'm turned upside down. I
Yes, you're
can't even see
turned
myself. I'm
like this.
just seeing green square. Okay, if I
Oh,
am I still turned upside down like this?
yeah, you're okay like that now. It's
Oh, okay,
okay.
but if it's anyway, that means I don't know what to do about my tripod,
It's tribal.
because this my what do I do now? How do I do this thing? Hold on first.
Tighten it
Thank
up.
you for
Means
having
of
me,
telling
by the
the
way.
truth. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation. Right?
It's been a
I'm super
long time
excited
coming.
to have you. Seriously, that's why I'm explaining to my audience because someone is having monetization party. One of
Yeah,
someone I support on YouTube here is having monetization party, and
yeah,
almost everyone is there. But I said I can't cancel it due to we have a discussion long time ago. So
yeah.
people that can replay, they can replay and support us. Okay. So
Why can't I
before we
see
start,
myself?
we just pray. You're not seeing yourself.
I'm not seeing. I'm just seeing green square.
Oh, maybe you go out again and come in. Maybe I
Okay,
drop
let
the
me
link
try that.
again. Yeah,
Let
you
me
drop
try
the
that.
link here. So, guys, I was saying Anita is having her monetization party, and I'm sorry I couldn't go there. I've been there for almost 1 hour now. I've been at the background, and she's having it, but I can't cancel this live due to me and my co-host who have already discussed a long time, and due to time difference, you know, you guys know everyone is busy. She's a mom of five, and she's also busy. So she just scheduled today. She just scheduled. Anita, in case you'll be watching, sorry, sis, I'll be joining you later in case this. It won't be taking much time. It's 1 hour. It's a very important topic. Okay. And she just scheduled today to have this discussion with me. And because of the means she has been hearing about cesarean section, people talking about it, this and that. So maybe that's why she's having this to debunk it. That's why I said debunking of the myths about cesarean section. We have to debunk it today. And I also made a video about that on my channel. I couldn't even remember if I will see it. I'll pin it here, but I can't remember the video. But let me check. Let me still check. It might be. It's on one of my playlists. Excuse me. It's one of my playlists there when I was doing head tips and head topic. It's one of it there. Okay. So okay. Sorry, my co-host is here again. Okay. Is it better now?
It's still the same thing, but I I don't know why
I
it's
can hear
happening on
you.
this one, but there's no problem, Sha. I am using my other phone to
Okay.
see, so I can see myself on my other phone. But this phone that I'm using to do the live, I cannot see myself. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't know why
Okay.
it's happening, but it's okay. Mm,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah. I'm happy to be on your channel. Oh. Do you know? I
I'm
can't
so
remember the
happy
last
to
time I
have
went
you.
live. I
Really,
cannot remember the last time I
really.
went live. So it's
I
good
don't know
to be
what
live
pushed me.
again.
I don't know what pushed me to start this. I was thinking of how will I be doing of only posting. I should be doing
Mm,
something. I don't know. One spirit just said, okay, go live every Friday. Could you imagine? And
yeah.
I've been going Friday every since August I started. I've been going
Oh
live every
wow.
Friday with different co-hosts.
With
So
different people.
getting people, yeah, getting people is one of the challenges I'm facing. Getting people.
Mm,
That's why I chat people ahead of time so that if they have the time, they can schedule it for me, and at least 1 hour
yeah.
is enough.
I
1 hour
I
is
had to,
enough.
I felt bad that we've been putting it off for a long time. I had to squeeze out
Yeah.
time. I had to reschedule today because I knew that
Mm.
if I said no one more time, it
I'm
wasn't going
even
to be
happy.
okay.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
even happy.
yeah.
I'm
So
even
we
happy
had to
that
just,
you're here. Just have to
yeah,
do it.
we just
See,
have to.
my
And then
my
the
kids
topic
are
is
is
this,
good, right?
yeah. It's a very important topic that, let me see, I want to even see if I can share this live, but see, I'm having technical difficulties. The phone I'm
Oh,
using
mm,
I'm using to join the live is my other phone that I find it easy to share videos on my community with that one. But this
okay.
other phone here, this one, I don't know why I cannot share on community. My second phone. So I'm trying this. I don't know why I cannot share on community. It's hard to share.
Okay.
So anytime I want to share video on community, is my old phone I use.
This
That's why I
one.
don't even share
Okay.
videos on community that much anymore. So I don't even know how to go about sharing this live right now. I don't
And
even
it could
know
have
because I
helped so that more people would join, because I know people that are supposed to join from my end, they are doing, and someone is doing live today, having her
yeah,
monetization party. Someone is having
okay.
a monetization party, so most people are there. So, but
There.
I think they will replay. I think they will replay
Mm,
after some time.
okay.
Okay. So we'll just
Okay.
have a short prayer, because I said I must start this life with prayer because of time difference. God is good. Hey, when you
Yes.
told me your time difference, 12 hours, 30
Yeah.
minutes. Oh my
Hmm.
God.
I had no
12
idea you
hours.
were ahead of us that much. The time
Yeah,
difference was that much.
because
Mm.
Nigerian to Nigerian, we are having 5 hours, 30 minutes. But here
Mm.
now, we are having 12 hours, 30 minutes. Oh my God, it's too much.
Mm.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. My kids, I said they will go to sleep on time. See what they're doing. People that made me to start late. Hi, Ma. Thank you so much for joining. She was my co-host last week, and she's joining
Oh,
us again this week. Thank you so much for joining.
oh,
Okay, I
hi,
appreciate.
ma.
Hi. Please do well to share us out if you're at the background so that more people can join and make the life interesting. Okay. So let's just do a short prayer in the name of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Father, Lord, I thank you
Amen.
for today. I bless your name. I worship you. Lord, there is
Thank
none
you,
like
God.
you. You're a great God. You're a wonderful God. Lord Jesus, we're about to start another life. And we pray that whosoever that watch, may they be impacted, may they learn something from this life and
Mm.
change whatsoever means they have about cesarean. The topic we are going to have, we cover the life with the blood of Jesus. We
Blood
cover
of Jesus.
everyone that will join with the blood of Jesus.
Blood of
And we
Jesus
pray that the life
Christ.
will go smoothly in the name of
Mm.
Jesus Christ. We pray. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the
Amen.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, before we start, I will let you introduce yourself first.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Hi everyone. My name is Nazo Eze, and I'm also a content creator here on YouTube. Okay, I'm first of all a wife and a mom of five
yeah,
children.
it's important.
Yeah, and I'm also a content creator here on YouTube. My personal channel is Nazo Eze, basically my name. So I'm a lifestyle vlogger, and then I also do a lot of sit down videos around children and motherhood. Yeah, and then the vlogs. Yeah. So I think that's all. That there's nothing much
That's
to
all.
know about me.
So,
So
guys,
that's the basic
nothing more.
introduction.
So, please do well to subscribe to our channel and also subscribe
Please
to my. Yes, subscribe,
help
subscribe.
me.
So, if you're joining for the first time, okay. If you're watching for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to our co-host channel, okay.
Yeah,
Please, please,
please.
please,
Thank
okay.
you.
Hi, Oni TV. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, hi, Nazo. Know you from.
Hi.
She says she know you from
Hi,
NJ.
Oni TV. Oh my God. Thank you for joining
Welcome,
us.
welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. All right. We said 1 hour plus we will be having this live. So we'll not be saying if
Hmm.
we talk about this topic, it will be so take most of our time. But we'll just be
Yes.
dealing with some common means that people have about cesarean section. Okay,
Hmm.
so I'm coming from a medical field, so I just explain what is medical cesarean section to those who doesn't know about it. Okay,
Hmm.
cesarean section is a surgery in the process of giving birth to a baby through surgery. In case you're
Hmm.
joining and you're hearing cesarean section for the first time, because I think most people are, if you hear the word cesarean section, they get scared and think it's a big deal. Okay, you can give birth your baby. You can have your baby through two position, through process. One through the I don't know if I should call the V word if they will sanction me, but you guys know I'm being careful here through the V
Yeah.
section and through the cesarean section. So that's the two way a baby comes to this world. Okay, so we'll be talking about the cesarean section. Okay, the means that people have about it. All right. So where should I start?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. When you lead, I follow. If you ask me a question, I'll answer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, before, how will I say, before you, how do you have any experience about cesarean section or someone around
Oh
you that
yes.
have cesarean section? You can share with us
Yes. I was going to say it when I was doing my introduction, but I said let me leave it. Maybe when we start talking about
when we start.
the
Okay.
when we enter the topic, I will now say it. So
Okay.
I've actually had six babies. Yeah, I know I said I'm a mom of five, but I had six babies. I had a stillbirth. My third baby died. Yes, stillbirth. So I've had three V deliveries. I don't want to call the full name so that they don't
The
sanction
name.
Linda. So I've had
Yeah.
three V deliveries and then three cesarean section deliveries. So I feel
Wow.
like I'm in the best position to talk about
To
this
discuss
talk
about
about
this.
cesarean section
Yeah.
because I come from a place
Yeah.
of experience. Yeah.
Mm.
Even though I'm not a
Wow.
medical doctor, I'm not even in the
Doctor.
medical field, but I'm
No,
someone
from
that
your
reads a lot
experience now.
and I research a lot, and then the experience that I have also, I use it to educate people as much as I can, because I'm tired of hearing news about people dying unavoidable,
Of it.
avoidable deaths that they can
I'm
avoid
telling
because
you.
of the fear of cesarean section. So we are here
Section.
to debunk these myths and then
Debunk it.
make, yeah, make people feel, know that there is nothing wrong with it. Actually, it's not a death sentence, it's actually a
Mm-mm.
lifesaver.
No, it's
Yeah.
a good. That's why I said, okay, from my own experience, I have one V delivery and I have two civilian section delivery. So I'm
Okay.
also in the right position also because I've experienced
Sure.
both of them
Sure.
to ask
Mm.
questions like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next thing is, can you share some certain, if you experience, since we experience both, is there any
Mm-hmm.
difference between the normal delivery and the cesarean delivery?
The you mean the V delivery and the cesarean
The
delivery?
delivery, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm,
Yeah, well, the major difference that I can point out right now is that for the V delivery, the pain, the process, the whole pain of delivery, the whole pain of childbirth comes before the baby comes out. It happens before the baby comes out. That's the whole
Comes
process
out.
of labor, the
Yeah,
contractions, and everything. It happens
everything.
before the baby comes out. But
Mm.
then, on the other hand, for cesarean section delivery, that pain comes after the baby comes out, because normally the normal procedure is that they numb you, they give you the spinal block or anesthesia or
Yeah,
epidural. I don't know, they call it different names in different regions. So when they give it to you, it numbs you. So when you're
yeah.
numbed from your, I think from your belly down, you're
From
numbed. So
belly
you
down,
don't
yeah, yeah,
feel
no.
anything. And even after the baby comes out, all you feel while the procedure is going on is you feel pressure tugging and pulling when they are trying to pull the baby. You
Oh,
just feel
yeah, you feel
movement,
the
but
a
you won't
little
feel
movement there.
anything.
Anything, yeah,
Yeah, you won't feel
exactly.
any pain. So the difference is that the pain for cesarean section comes after the baby is born, and then that's after the anesthesia wears off. But sometimes it takes a minimum of 4 hours for that medication to wear off. So that's when you now start feeling the pain. So that's the main difference I know between both of them. Yeah, that for
Okay.
one, the pain is before the baby is born, and then
Before
for
the
the other
baby
one,
is
the pain
born,
is after
after the
the
baby
baby is
is
born.
born.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask someone from Instagram. I read that if a family member refuses cesarean section and is in the point of really there, will I use the word, and the person is refusing, if you're in that position, how will you convince that mother to go for it? That as an experienced person, you get the question, as experienced person, how
Yeah.
will you try to convince that mother that there is nothing wrong with it? So can you share
I
with
will ask
me?
the mother, would you prefer to go to pass away?
Mm-hmm.
And would you prefer to pass away and not have your baby? You see, honestly speaking, I really don't know why people make certain decisions, especially when they are in that very precarious situation between life and death, and they still need to be convinced
They still,
to do what is
mm-mm,
right. Sometimes it's
seriously,
fear. Sometimes I said I was going to mention this during this live. I feel like a lot of our pastors need to be educated when it comes to
exactly.
this childbirth thing, because sometimes it is our pastors, it's the pastors that
Hebrew
that put
woman.
this thought into these women. That's one of the myths we're going to talk about. We're
Talk
going to talk
about,
about the
yeah,
myths of yeah,
yeah.
they put this fear into them that they are determined that they will not do CS. They will not do it. It's not in their lineage. Is None of their family members have ever done it. The pastor said they must deliver like Hebrew women. So sometimes it's hard
Mm,
to get through to them. And then, well, how would I convince somebody in that type of situation? I will just try my best to explain to her that CS is not a death sentence. I will try to
same
let
sentence.
her know that you will come out of this. It's a lifesaver. It will not take your life.
Mm,
I'll try to make her understand that sometimes if you refuse, because sometimes when they do this delaying tactics that they don't want to do it, When the baby now gets into distress and they now end up having to do an emergency C-section, that's when
section,
most of
yeah.
them even lose their lives. That's when most of
Damn,
them
see,
pass away, because that's when the risk is high and there is the
hi,
probability that they might make a mistake, because everybody is panicking. They're trying to be fast to bring out the
fast.
baby. So
Mm,
it's very possible that a mistake can be made in that process.
happen,
And that's
yeah.
when they even feel that pain that they are scared of, because sometimes when it turns into an emergency, the doctor will give the anesthesia, and sometimes they cannot wait for that anesthesia to kick in before they start
So
cutting,
kicking in the
because
start.
if they wait, because that time, that period, time is of the essence. Time is very important. If they waste a little bit time, the baby can pass away or the mom can pass away. So sometimes
Pass away.
I've heard stories of the mom feeling it as they are cutting, because they were not able to wait for the
Wait,
anesthesia to kick in. And it all happens when it turns into an emergency and everybody is panicking and they are rushing to bring out the baby. I've even heard stories of how
exactly.
babies end up deformed
Hmm.
because they are trying to pull the baby out, or they have to break one arm and then
Um,
as in
a
them
lot.
dislocate the shoulder for the baby to come out. I don't know. I would just try my best in that kind of situation to convince the woman, the
The
mom in
woman.
question, that this
This
is the
this
best
thing you
decision for
just
you to make.
to make this thing you just did now just remind me of my first experience with my first son. I
Hmm.
was then we were even saying if we know that cesarean section is even good, because I had my first son through normal delivery or through V. Yeah, I said
V.
then if I
Hmm.
know that cesarean section was even an option then for me, I should have go, because during my
Hmm.
first son doing in the theater what I heard that made my mind fume. That mind of you're giving birth and your mind will fly. I
Hmm.
couldn't. I was young then. I couldn't push the baby. The thing I heard was, Linda, here in India, Linda, do you want your baby to die? So with that
Hmm.
word, it sank into my head, because my baby was having
Yeah.
a breathing problem. He was so distressed. So the doctor asked, push. I said, if this cesarean was an option, the doctor gave me cesarean. And since I don't, that's why when they said cesarean for the second one and the third one, I and my husband was not having any objection, but
Doubts.
just
Hmm.
sign the paper and go. I even prefer it. I know the pain is after the delivery, but someone will still recover from the pain. Okay.
Yes,
So
definitely.
because for me, anyone that is saying I will not go cesarean, because there is a friend of mine, she had her, is it five of her babies or four of her babies through normal, all through V sections. And now she's seeing on Instagram, every time she sees cesarean section delivery, she'll send to me, because she know I'm a cesarean mom. She'll send it to me and be saying, Nne, you guys are strong, you guys are
Hmm.
powerful. That she because she saw all the cuttings and everything. Ah,
Hmm.
these ones, you don't even need to advise
I
somebody. It's
filmed,
your life.
my
Mm.
second cesarean delivery. Because my first is, in fact, all my cesarean deliveries, my husband was not around for any of them. He was always out of the country. So my first cesarean
Whoa.
delivery, it was just me and then the doctors and the nurses. I really wanted to film
Wow.
it, but I wasn't able to film it then. But my second
Mm.
cesarean delivery, I made sure that I filmed that video. I begged the nurse to please help me to film it. She filmed it. I
Wow.
have the video. Sometimes I watch it. And when I watch it, I'm like, my goodness, is
My
this what really
goodness.
happened to me?
Happen.
This
Oh
is
my
what they
God.
did.
Oh my
I when my husband came
God.
back, I tried to show him. He refused to watch it. He refused to watch it. But I just like watching it because I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to always give myself kudos that it
Yes,
was not
now
easy.
it's not easy. It's not. That's why if I get the videos I send to my husband and he be the one that refuses to watch it, it's not
Mm,
easy. This I just have these people that said that cesarean section it's worse or what, that mentality. When I look at them,
mm,
I'll just laugh, because I've gone through the true process. I know how it is.
mm,
If they
mm,
told me from the first one go for cesarean section, I will go. I will not have any
mm.
use of objection, because the pain is even good compared to the normal delivery one. I'm telling you. Okay, we
Mhm.
have another discussion to go, because if we start talking about it, it will be so long. So I'll say,
Yeah.
okay, what is compared to the both? what is the for speed recovery? I mean, like the tough parts for you in terms of the cesarean section. What was the tough part before we go to the
The
meat?
okay. For the V delivery, I would say that it was easier to recover. It's easier to recover for V
Mm,
delivery
yeah,
than cesarean section, and I feel that's another reason why most women run away from cesarean section,
from
because
me,
they know
yeah.
that recovery, okay, I meant
Take
recovery. They know that the recovery takes longer. Yeah,
time,
because when
yeah.
for V delivery, once, as long as they don't give you an episiotomy, they don't give you a tear.
Episiotomy, yeah.
Some women, I see how women get up. Even okay, yeah, my first V delivery, my first baby ever, they gave me a
Mm,
tear, because at that hospital where I had him, it was routine that they must give an
it's here.
episiotomy for first delivery
Well,
to
yeah,
avoid
it is,
tear.
yeah.
So they gave me a
Yeah, it
tear.
is.
So it took me a long time to recover. It took me about 2 weeks to recover from that tear. My second V delivery, they didn't give me a tear. So I was up and walking around, even at the hospital that very day. So I basically recovered really quick. Even though, they say the internal inside your body still has to, it takes six
Time
weeks
to
for your
heal,
body to heal
to
inside,
heal.
but
Yeah, 6 weeks.
physically you will feel good, you will feel
Good
okay to walk around and move
around,
around and
yeah,
do things. Yeah.
yeah.
But on the other hand, for cesarean section, the recovery takes longer because you're in pain. You are in serious pain. That
Pain,
if you don't take your pain meds, you will see fire. Like you,
pain.
you will hear
You
me.
see the
And then
pain.
what betide you if you now go and have cough and cold and you're
Oh,
sneezing
Chimo,
on top of it.
Chimo. See,
My
there's a
second
saying
cesarean
that I
section.
formed. There's a saying I formed that please do not carry joke and come to a woman that
And
has
come
cesarean
near
section.
you
Don't come there.
so
That's
that
what
you
I
will
used to
not laugh.
I used to say so that I will not laugh. I used to tell people, okay, if
Hmm.
they tell me that okay, I had through cesarean, I say please tell people around you they should not carry any joke to you, or they should not
To
make you cough,
you,
or they should not make you
or
sneeze. Don't go where
sneeze.
there is dust.
I used to
That is
cry. My second cesarean section, I don't know. I caught a cold. I had cough. I was sneezing. I used to cry every time
oh
I had to cough. The nurse,
oh
the nurse used to tell me then to press my belly. That's I should hold
yeah.
my belly, press it
Before
tight
you
to
cough,
remove
yeah.
pressure before coughing, but it did not help me. It didn't help. So there's a lot associated with recovery from cesarean
Cesarean
section. Plus
section.
the dressing, you have to be going for dressing. Well, it depends on the
And
kind of
yeah,
stitches that are used.
they
You
have.
go for dressing. It takes like 2 or 3 weeks. My second cesarean section took me about 4 weeks to recover from it, because the stitches they used for that one wasn't the dissolving one. So they used the one I had to go back to take out. When I went back to take out these stitches, oh my goodness, I saw hell. I
Hmm.
cried like a baby that day. The way I did not know it was so painful to take out stitches like that. So, and then I was going for dressing every 2 days, but for some reason, instead of this thing to be healing, it was having like bumps on it. We finally discovered that
Oh,
I was reacting to the plaster brand they were
oh,
using to cover it. So when they found out, they took it. So that's why it took a long time. It took me up to a month to heal for that one.
oh.
I think up to 6 weeks though to heal, and I was going for dressing every other day then. But the cesarean section I had here in the US, they used
Mm.
dissolvable stitches again. I
Yeah,
recovered
mine.
very quickly. It depends. The recovery for cesarean
No,
section
mine
depends on the body. It depends
depends.
on how it's
Depend on the
done.
person. Yeah. But mine
Yes.
did not take much time. Even before, after 6 weeks, I was saying, let's go to that room corner. But my husband said, not be me and you. If you understand what I mean. So, but some people will say, um, even at 1 month self, they are going. That's another thing another means people are having that after cesarean section, it will take you like 6 months to go to start resuming your work,
Oh.
performing your work.
Mm,
I had a lot of people,
mm,
even comment section I read from Instagram, someone was saying that why she don't advise people to go there is because of the on that common room. Going to the common room, it will take them like 6 months, 2 months.
It
I was
doesn't
like,
take up to that.
what? It doesn't. It doesn't.
It
It
doesn't
depends
take
on the
up to that.
person. It depends on the
Yeah.
person. For me,
I
recovery
think a
wasn't that
minimum of
much.
6 weeks,
six
a
weeks. The
maximum
doctors
of
advise
8 weeks.
8 weeks. Yeah, the doctors advise
Yeah.
6 weeks. That's the minimum they will advise you to go. But for me,
Mm,
from my own experience, when I had my own, the recovery, it took me like 1 week because I had my sister that was helping out with my
mm.
husband. Then I stayed for bed. The best thing to do, okay, let me just give advice to people who go for cesarean and they are afraid. the for you to recover fast, you need to start moving. Do not sit at
Exactly.
one place. Do not
You
sit
have to
at
start
one place.
moving. But that's
You
one
have
thing
to
they do
start moving.
in even here. The cesarean sections I had in Nigeria. See, my second cesarean section. At the hospital, because I give birth. I usually give birth in different hospitals. I don't give birth in the same hospital. So
Mm.
I gave birth in 6 different hospitals. So
Oh.
the hospital where I had my second cesarean section, the theater operating room
Mm.
was
Mm.
downstairs in the boys' quarters at the back of the main building.
Oh,
Then
far.
the recovery room was in the same place, but my room was upstairs in the main building. So when they did the
More.
cesarean section, they moved me to the recovery room in the next room. I was there
Mm.
until after 4 hours when I started feeling um having feeling in my body. They now said I should come down from the bed. That was the hardest thing I have ever had to do in my life. Cesarean section moms, you people know, it's hard to
I
stand up
know.
from the bed that
From
first time. You will start learning how
that
to
first
walk. You
time,
start learning how to
walk
move.
by
They
yourself.
made me
Yeah.
they made me come down from the bed. I had to walk to the main building. I had to walk to climb up the stairs to go to my room. And while I was complaining and the imago, I wasn't shouting in pain, but I was so uncomfortable and in so much pain. But they were
Comfortable.
encouraging me, telling me that it's for my own good. It's called ambulation or something like that. That it's ambulation.
Ambulation.
That it's
Yeah,
going to help
ambulation.
with healing. That to help
Yeah,
me heal faster. And I think it
faster.
actually did because well, me, I know that because my husband was not around for any of my cesarean sections. I know I have to do what I have to do. I have to do school runs. When I go home, by day four, I'm driving. By day four, I start driving. Even though my doctor frowns again, he frowns on it. He doesn't
Face
want me to do. He never
to
wanted me
do
to do
that.
that, but I had to drive because my kids had to go to school. I mean, I don't do
Mm.
school bus. I don't like school bus for children, so I had to be driving. But I was just taking things easy. But that moving around helped a lot with recovery. It's just that second one that plus that dealt with me. That's why it took a long time to heal. But there's a big difference in the recovery process for V delivery and
Uh,
cesarean section delivery.
cesarean. I think for V delivery, there's not much thing to do. Even a day, you start doing your regular stuff. But
Yeah,
recovering parts of cesarean, I think this is one of those things that people are running away from it because of if you don't
yeah.
have people
But
around
then
you. Hmm,
you don't have yeah, you can they can't be running away from it knowing that it can save. Do you know how many
save
women
life.
have passed away just because they refuse to do it? How many babies have passed away because their mothers refused to do it? How many babies are deformed today because their moms were running away from it? How long, when you just do it? It's the sacrifice of motherhood. You just do it and then you come out of it, you recover. It will not take you up to 1 month or 6 weeks to recover. Life
Exactly.
gaga. You move on with your life.
Anaga,
You're alive. Your baby is
you
alive.
alive, exactly, exactly. And another thing that I would say is that okay, we have talked about the recovery process, and we have talked about now I think we will enter the means why people are
Okay.
saying all sorts of things. Okay, so
Oh,
I don't
hi,
know how we are
peaceful
going to do.
family. Oh, I'm seeing, and there's a
Peaceful is
Sam
there.
also. Hi,
Sam,
Sam Nkem Dirim. And Ifechi Health and Wellness. Hi.
she's there. Mommy Fitch is there. I
Yeah,
didn't
she
see
just came
her.
in.
Okay,
Hi,
Mommy Wechi,
everyone.
good evening.
Good
Oh my
evening. This
goodness. Thank
morning
you so
here.
much,
Good
Mommy.
morning.
Good night from here. Thank you so much, Mommy Fechi. She's also one of my co-hosts from our previous
Yes, I
live
saw.
live streams. Thank you so much, Mami Fechi,
Yes.
for being here. So, for those of you that are just joining, we are talking about cesarean section, and we have talked what is for first timers, those who be hearing cesarean section, what cesarean section is, and we have talked about the recovery, our experience with it. So now we'll be entering the means, common means people have about cesarean section, which is the main topic for today. Or is there any subtopic we can share about cesarean section? You have any other
No, I think it's all in the
subtopic?
meat. All those
It's
subtopics are
all
inside the meat.
in the mains. Okay, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah. So
I
one myth that is a very major concern for me that annoys me so much when people talk about it is that CS cesarean section is for lazy women. That thing, it annoys
don't
me
take
to
me
pieces.
there. Don't take me
Like,
there. Don't take me there because I have someone that she had her babies from normal all. So she's not seeing me as someone that I don't know, out of the world, or no, not she's not giving me that title that I'm powerful. She's seeing me as someone that is lazy. That's word you use. Someone that is lazy that cannot push out her baby. Oh, please continue, continue. Sorry.
it's very very annoying to hear people say that. And you know, the triggering part in all that is the fact that it's even women that say this to their
Mm,
fellow women,
exactly.
as if okay, so labor and pain of labor is a measure of strength. So any woman who doesn't go through labor is not strong. Do they know what it
Strong.
takes? Is cesarean section a joke to them? Do they even know what it takes to carry a baby? The fact that a woman carried a baby in her womb for 9 months alone makes her strong. It doesn't matter the method
Exactly.
or the
No
method of
matter.
delivery, how that baby comes out. It doesn't matter. What matters at the end of the day is that the baby is alive and healthy and the mom is alive. And
And
then they are talking as if when they say these things, they talk as if cesarean section is a walk in the park, as if it's very easy. And some of the people that say these things have never in their lives done cesarean section to know what it feels
they
like,
have
to know the kind
not.
of pain,
They
to
have
know the,
not.
do they know it's actually major, is a major abdominal surgery. Because when you watch videos of this procedure, you see how the doctors cut in layers. They cut in
I
layers,
think
they
five
cut the
to
outer
six
part, they cut the
layers.
fat, they cut in layers to get to the baby, and then they stitch in
Baby,
layers, and the woman is carrying this heaviness, this pain, this scar, and you're calling her lazy.
lazy.
Like,
Hmm.
it's so annoying. Do they know how hard it is for someone to start learning how to? Okay, see, I mentioned how it was so hard for me to get out of bed. It's not just me, even you now, you know how hard it was for you. Every CS
It
mom that will
is.
watch this video, or every CS mom that is here right now, knows how hard it
Hmm.
is to get out of bed immediately after cesarean section.
Cesarean
Do you know how
section.
frustrating it is that you give birth and you're in pain, and then your baby needs you, your baby is crying, and it's taking you forever to get to move
Ah,
and get to your
oh
baby?
my
Let me
God.
tell you, there's something that happened to me. My second cesarean section, no, my first cesarean section. I had my baby, and then the hospital where I gave birth, their policy is that nobody stays overnight with you. They come and they go.
Oh
So
my
that day,
God.
that night, my mom came, my sister came, they saw me, and then they left. It was at
Oh
night, I
my
was
God.
sleeping, and then I heard it. I heard a sound from my baby's bed. You know this small hospital crib they used to put them in. So
Hmm.
I was still in a lot of pain. And even at that point, I was due for medication, but the nurse was not available to give me my medication. So I was in a lot of pain. So I now heard the sound coming from my baby's bed. Because my baby was, my mom laid my baby face down, as in belly down to sleep.
Belly
So,
down.
but because first, 1 day old babies are not supposed to be lift. They don't really know how to lift their head. But
Leave
that my
their
baby's
hair.
neck was
Exactly.
strong. I don't know how she managed to lift up her head, and then she put it face down. Her face was down like this on the bed.
Oh my
So
God.
she couldn't lift it again to move. So she was trying to breathe. As
Oh
she was
my
like that, she was
goodness.
struggling to breathe. So she was now making sounds, struggling, trying to raise up her head. Immediately I saw what was going on.
You
I
have to
was
jump off.
trying to get out. Oh my goodness. I was trying to
The
jump up from my
pain,
bed. Hmm? The pain was
pain.
holding me down. In my mind, I was thinking, because that was the first baby I had after my stillbirth, after the other baby had died. In
Oh,
my mind, I was
oh,
thinking, is this how this baby will die? That
God
no, there's
forbid.
no way this baby will die. Do you know, I had
Mm.
to bear the pain. The way I moved from that bed, see, the love of a mother. Hey God,
It's too
mothers are
strong.
too
No,
are
but
too much.
as you're saying this, I'm having goosebumps. Some part of you that experienced it. Eh?
The way
Some part of you.
I moved and stretched myself from that bed and dragged the crib close to me, and then stretched my hand inside and pulled my baby up. Eh? I did not care the pain I was going through. It was after I adjusted my baby that I was now crying from the pain I was going through. I
Are
thought that
going through.
I thought that my stitches opened. I thought that I opened my stitches because of the force I used to do that thing that I did. So when the nurse came in to check on me, I told her to please check my stitches. That I have a feeling that I've opened it because of I was trying to reach my baby.
The
So she checked,
baby.
and thank God that my stitches were intact. Thank God there was nothing wrong. It's just that I him I go make me him as in
You went
I
out by force.
yeah, the pain.
Ah, the pain.
So
I
I don't
oh
understand why
God.
somebody that has not gone through cesarean section, not one, even some people say that have not even given birth to one whether V delivery or cesarean will have say and be calling women that give birth to cesarean section lazy.
So
What I tell
exactly
those
what
type of people,
Rebecca is saying.
what I what I
Huh?
always tell those type of people is that they should not worry that life will teach them sense. Because
Teach
that type
them
of person
sense.
might end up having the cesarean section. They don't even know.
God,
They will
God.
be there condemning women instead of oh my goodness, is one of the major myths. Okay, there's somebody that commented, that made a comment on a post on one of the pages I follow on Instagram. So um she commented because the post was a video of a lady that was in labor. So she was in pain. She was moving around, hitting the wall. No, not hitting the wall, holding bed. You know how women move when they're in labor, the pain. So somebody now commented, a young girl. She has never. I checked her profile. She's not a mom yet. So she commented and said that that's why not just, instead of going through all this pain, why not just opt for cesarean section? And something like cesarean section is an easy way out. You should have just done cesarean section instead of going through this pain. That her
Hmm.
comments, even though it was very ignorant of her, it triggered me a lot, and then it also triggered a lot of women in the comment section, and they were asking her, is cesarean section a joke to you? Do you know what you're talking
Seriously,
about? Do you know
seriously.
that it even takes longer to heal from cesarean section
Than
than V
normal.
delivery? And you're trying to
VV.
say is easy. Why not just go and do it? This is like saying that cesarean section women, section moms are lazy, but
The way
in
they
another
say
kind
is
of way.
yeah. Aye,
Yeah.
there's an easy
Ah.
way out, and it's often pushed upon by mother by for no particular. Another thing, another myth is that is the doctor that insists, like, Mama, please. There is a hospital here in India where the only cesarean section is being done. They don't.
Mm,
I don't know if other women, they say they will give you injection and you will not deliver. I don't know if it's a myth. I've not been to that hospital. It's the African ones that are here, the African Nigerians that are here that I'm hearing from. So now this means that said that it's a particular for a particular reason the doctor will push you to go and do the cesarean section. I think it's a means because before you have a
mm,
cesarean section, there must be a medical reason. There must
mm-hmm.
be a medical reason before going. Okay, I will share my own experience. Oh, before that, sorry, Rebecca. Thank you, Sister Rebecca. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining. I appreciate. And
Thank
she
you
dropped a
for
comment.
joining.
Sorry. We were busy discussing. I didn't read your comment. She said it disrespectful people to call ladies lazy. That means they don't respect their moms. Exactly. It's very, very
Mm,
disrespectful. And I will
mm-hmm.
join shortly because I have cesarean experience. Okay, Mommy Faith, she said she will join shortly. With the
Okay.
cesarean, she said with cesarean or with or without cesarean, women need respect, period. That's
Yes.
one. The people should hear it more and more. Wow, she said, "Wow, bless you, Nazo, because of your story." She said, "Wow, bless you,
Oh,
Nazo." Some doctor
amen.
get some same doctor got commission by doing cesarean section. Okay, okay, that is one thing I was talking about the hospital here. In here, because of the money, do for cesarean section you pay higher. I don't know if
Hmm.
you must be experiencing it now.
Yeah, of
You
course.
pay
You pay
you pay
higher.
higher. Yeah, you pay
It was
higher.
my
So
my
that's
my CS deliveries were more expensive
expensive
than
than
my
normal.
free
Yeah,
deliveries.
than normal. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So for some hospitals that insist, that's why the people, African people, are saying that's why the doctors are doing that because they want to take charge more money so that you can go for cesarean section. But for me, I think before a cesarean mom will go for a cesarean, before they will recommend it, there must be a medical condition either from you or from your baby. So it's better if you're watching this and you're pregnant and they recommend cesarean section, make sure you ask the reasons why I have to go for cesarean section. I'll share my own experience. Like two of my babies, they were oblique and I'm almost 10, I'm also 40 weeks. I carry them praying like the Hebrew women, like people will say, oh, let's pray like the Hebrew women. When the time call, when it's time for past the date they gave us, my husband just said, "Nee, this is not something that we'll be, keep waiting for you and the baby. Oh. It's better you go and bring out our baby." That was the decision. When you're having oblique presentation, it's one of the reasons why they will ask for cesarean section and you better follow the doctor advice. Okay, so in case you're watching, make sure you follow your doctor advice. Okay, all
Follow
right,
your
we
doctor's
go.
advice because
Advice.
I've seen posts. I've seen posts on Instagram where people will come and make ask questions to other moms that please, our doctor suggested cesarean section that she wants to know if it's do you
If
think
it's
she should?
okay,
And people are like,
go.
do what your doctor said. Yes, it is
Same.
true that a small
Mm,
percentage of doctors sometimes push for it because of
mm,
commission, but
commission.
I feel like that is a myth, largely based on the fact that I've had I have doctor friends and they've told me that they don't really like doing cesarean section. They don't really like doing that
It's
thing.
risk
It's
now.
hard.
It's a high risk. Yeah.
It's
I
hard, and then the risk
do
that
you
is
know how many
involved in
hours?
it.
How many
Like I
hours?
said, they cut in layers, they stitch in layers. It's not easy
Mm,
to do it. So
it's
sometimes they don't
not.
even they prefer not to do it. So even if there are doctors that want to do it because of commission, they are not that much.
They
And
are
that's why
not
it's even expensive because of the risk involved and because of the work involved in doing it, because
involved
it's not
in it.
easy.
How many hours?
It's not easy to do
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All
yeah. And
right.
okay, and then another myth is that cesarean section delivery is not a Hebrew woman delivery.
Then
For people that say those things, my question is, how do they know? Okay, what is a Hebrew woman delivery? That's always my question to them. What
exactly.
is a Hebrew woman
Exactly.
delivery? Because
Mm.
some people don't read. The problem I have with people, especially most Christians, is that they don't read the Bible for themselves. They make
Pastor said.
decisions based on what their pastor have told
Pastor.
them. Because if they
Pastor has
read
said.
the Bible for themselves, they will know that that thing that those Egyptian midwives said was a lie. They lied to Pharaoh because Pharaoh gave them an instruction that they should kill if the baby is male, they should
You.
take away the baby's life.
Bye.
I don't,
Mm.
I don't know if I should say that word here.
Yeah. Bye.
So
Bye. Bye. The
yes,
baby.
to buy the baby. They did not want
uh,
to do it because the Bible records that the midwives feared God and they
God.
did not want to do as Pharaoh had asked. So what did they do instead? They lied. They lied to Pharaoh. They told Pharaoh that before they got there, that the women, the Hebrew women are so strong that before they get there, the babies are already born. But it was a lie.
Mm.
They were always there helping the Hebrew women deliver. And how do we even know that some of them did not a lot of them did not die and did not die during delivery? How do we even know?
Mm.
How
No.
do we even know that a lot of them did not have complications? They lied to Pharaoh so that Pharaoh would not have their heads. So they lied to him So people are now praying that prayer. I will deliver like the Hebrew women.
The Hebrew
Your prayer
woman,
should be, I will deliver better than the Hebrew women, because you don't
Hebrew
even know how they were delivering their babies.
deliver.
You don't even know if most of them were buying, were passing away when they were delivering their babies. So people saying that cesarean section delivery is not a Hebrew woman delivery is a safe delivery, no matter how it
Safe,
happens, whether it
safe
is cesarean section or
section or the
PE
V
delivery.
delivery.
A safe
Exactly.
delivery is a Hebrew woman delivery.
Woman delivery.
So
As long
people
as
should have
both
that
are
in
fine.
mind. As
Mm,
long as you are alive, your baby is alive.
it's
That's
fine.
the goal.
That's
That's the
it.
goal. So
That's
it
it.
irks me a lot when people say that thing, when they say that Hebrew woman thing and pray that Hebrew woman prayer. That thing has made a lot of women cry for nothing. It has made a lot of babies cry for nothing. I've even heard stories. There's one I read. Sometimes I just run away from all these Instagram posts for the sake of my mental health, because it used to get me really
Same
angry.
here.
There's
Same
one
here.
I read, a thread of women say, okay, like one said that she went to the hospital when she was in labor. There was a woman who was in labor for how many days? I think 2 days or so. So
Hmm.
she was begging her husband to please borrow her the money for the CS, that she will
Oh
pay him
my
later, which
God.
meant that the man refused to pay for CS. So she
Oh
was in
my
this pain for
God.
like 2 days. This man refused to pay. And a lot of
Oh my
men make
God.
ignorant. I've heard stories of how husbands are always bad mouthing their wives, especially if they gave birth through CS, and they're like, "Why
That
did you? Am
one
I
is
the one that told you
family.
to give birth through CS?"
Family.
One was
Family I've
even
heard about.
one was even telling his wife to pay him back the 20,000 naira he added to complete the money for her CS. That
Oh
he's not the
Jesus.
one that told that. That means she's the one that paid for her CS. And because her money was not complete, she borrowed money from the husband to complete
From
it. And he had the mind to tell her to pay him back the 20,000. I read this thing on the internet. I was like, Jesus,
oh my God.
where are they seeing this type of men to marry?
Oh my
I
God.
don't understand. So, and most of these men say these things based on what their pastors have told them at church,
I've told
that
them.
your wife
Not
must
even
deliver
friends.
through V delivery
Is the best.
is the best,
Hebrew.
is how it's supposed to be. When okay, like you mentioned something, you said that before, if anybody's doctor suggests cesarean section, that they should find out why. That is true,
Mm.
because there must be a valid reason why, unless
Yeah.
the woman has decided by herself that she wants to do
She wants
elective
to go.
cesarean section. But if your
Yeah.
doctors tell you that, you have to find out why. Now, in my own case, my reason why the doctor told me that was that, I mentioned that my first and second deliveries were V deliveries. So the
Mm.
stillbirth happened my third delivery. So because of
Mm.
that, the doctors did not know what happened. They didn't know, because I was bleeding a lot, and they felt they were brainstorming. Is it placenta abruption? Is it uterine rupture? They couldn't tell what happened. So they
What
said to
happened?
avoid that type of thing from happening again, because that thing happened at
Again.
37 weeks. So they said
Oh.
that every time I clock 37 weeks, they are supposed to cut me open and bring out the baby. So when
Baby.
they told me
Okay.
that thing for my next pregnancy, I was I didn't have objections. I was scared. My fear was only because I had never done any operation in my life. It was my very first
Before.
operation. So I was a little
Yeah.
bit scared, which is a normal human reaction to that type of thing. But I did
Mm.
not object. So I told my husband, and he said, okay. No, he said he too was scared. He said, let him ask his doctor, his brother that is a doctor. So he asked him, and
Mm.
his brother said no. His brother said try to discourage him. I told my parents, they tried to discourage me. And then the
Mm.
confusion, in the middle of that confusion, I told my husband, I called him and told him, see, bros, it's me and you that this thing
Have
happened
this
to before.
baby.
We are the
Yeah.
ones that went through the pain, the major
The
pain of that
pain.
stillbirth we had. So it's better that me and you together makes this decision about this one. Because if anything happens to this baby, it's still me and you that will suffer the pain of the loss more than any other person. So let's just decide on our own what we should do. Left for me, I do not have any objections. I don't have any qualms with this cesarean section that they are telling me. As long as it is God that wants me to use this method to bring out my baby alive, let's just do it. And thank God he did not
Exactly.
object anymore. He said, okay, no problem. How much is it going to cost? They sent money, we paid. I went, I had my baby. All was well with the world. The
Wow.
second
That's it.
one,
Okay,
I
now.
was like, the second one, I was already used. I already knew what to expect because of my first experience. We chose
Mm.
dates. I chose dates immediately. This is the day.
Date.
Third one, this is the day, and we did it. And God's hand was in everything, and then everything went well.
Oh,
So
fine. Wow.
so that's why I had to agree. One of the reasons why I agreed, because the doctor told me why, that this is why
Why?
we have to do
Mm.
it. But then I'm not against
Yeah.
women who decide by themselves that I want to do an elective cesarean section. There's nothing
No,
wrong with it.
there's
Elective
nothing
CS is
wrong.
better than emergency CS,
Yes.
because if you say, let me wait, because I've seen women that have gone through the pain, the many hours of labor, when they now fully dilate, they find out that they have ukumpa, that their waist is small, baby cannot pass through.
Small.
They eventually
Mm.
do that cesarean section. So
Cesarean
after going through
section.
the pain of labor, you still go through the pain of cesarean
Cesarean
section.
that one
So
is even worse. That
that's why
one is
there's nothing
even
wrong with
worse.
people doing elective CS,
Yeah.
as long
My
as
own, I
you
had that
carry the baby.
experience. So I had that experience in my second baby because they've already injected me for induction that I'll have a
Mm,
normal delivery. All the pain was there. Even they made a video. If my son now that had that baby through him, he's watching that video.
mm,
He'll be the one telling me sorry, sorry. It's already passed, but the that feeling of when I was in sorry, sorry, that pain
mm,
before I opt for cesarean section, before they said I could not push anymore, I should go for
mm,
cesarean section. That video is still
mm,
there, and the experience is
mm.
still fresh. It's still fresh
Chai.
because it was the first one I had through the cesarean section. After like 4 years or 5 years, I had him. So
Mm,
that's so it's good for ladies to ask
why?
why am I going for cesarean section, because there are a lot of some lady will have high BP and they will have this
Mm,
pre-eclampsia, and they will say
mm,
they want for normal delivery, V delivery. Can you just imagine
mm,
that, putting their self and the baby at risk? If you have a medical
mm,
condition, please, if you're watching, you're pregnant, or your family have someone that is pregnant, if you're having any medical condition, to avoid risks, it's better you follow
mm.
your doctor's advice, because you can't have
Follow what
high
your
blood
doctor said.
pressure. Yeah, you can't have diabetes. You can't have high blood pressure. Although people that have diabetes can go through normal delivery. Ah, sorry,
Yeah.
mommy, Fechi, let me stop talking.
No,
Let me stop talking. Let me welcome mommy Fechi first.
it's okay. I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the discussion. That's fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mommy Fechi, for coming in. Thank you so much. I appreciate your presence. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, so what I call that so is mother of many nations. Mother of many nations. I believe I don't get notification for Nazo anymore. For when as soon as I saw her, I went back to her channel to check. And I see she's
Okay.
uploading. I don't know what's
I
happening to
don't know.
notifications.
Honestly, I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what I did to YouTube.
I
Me
have
You're not
not
the
too.
only
been
person.
getting
You're
your
not the only person
notification.
that
I
has
even
said this
I,
thing.
I
yes,
told you. I told her also that I have not been
I
getting
thought you're on
notification.
break or something. So
I don't know
I'm
why.
glad to see you here.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
what I
glad
would
to
do to
see you.
YouTube people. People have complained
Mm.
this thing to me that they don't get notification. Then when they go to my
So
channel, they see that I've been posting videos since. I don't know why
yeah.
YouTube does that to me.
Honestly, once I saw you, I'm
Honestly,
like, whoa. I went back and checked. I'm like, look at this current videos. What's going on?
I, I,
Anyway,
I don't know.
I'm glad to. Not me contributing here does not mean that have ever had CS. I've had pregnancies in my life and 4 V deliveries. I've never had the experience
Hmm,
of any issue with pregnancy apart from my last baby who was induced, and the induction went
hmm,
straight forward V delivery. So all 4 of them were. But as a nurse and as a midwife, I have an
Mm.
hmm,
experience of this kind of problem. But before I even go into that one, I want to talk about men, husbands. you know, I heard Nazo saying something about the woman asking the man, "Can you even borrow me money?" I mean, that kind of story just gives me the chill. I'm like, does this man, does he actually understand what women go through? You carry the pregnancy for 9 months, and when it comes to the time of delivery, and they've recommended CS, and you have to be begging your own husband. I mean, it worries me to even hear something like that. What kind of marriage is that? What kind of man are you? And the same story, something like that happened where, unfortunately, this woman lost her life. And the man, what did he do? After he didn't even wait for 1 year, he went and got another. That's why women should not. Yes, I know you have to respect your husband and everything, but when it comes to your health, where I am in UK, your husband's consent is not required if CS is needed. You are, they'll be, in fact, once you are an adult, nobody's consent is required for what they need to do for you that will help you. So it's not a case of what does your husband say? Is he happy for us to have this CS? When it comes to matter of life or death, and especially something to do with children in this UK, it's no longer in your hands. If they think that CS is required, CS is, and they will explain to you the reason. They will not force you because you have to sign that they before they can do any operation on you, they have to sign. However, if they recommend it and you still refuse, they have to give you something to sign that this was recommended, and you sign, you sign against medical advice to continue. Yes, because if anything happens to that child, you can actually be, even though it's your own child, you can actually be sued. They don't joke with children in this country. Even though it's your child, it belongs to the society, and you cannot do something like that to. That is only if the woman is alive herself. Because there are situations, there are circumstances where both passed away, both the woman and the child in the womb. There have been situations where the baby, in the process of trying to pass through the narrow pelvis, was stuck, and by the time they go for emergency, like what Nazo said, the emergency cesarean, it was too late. The baby passed. Luckily, that woman was alive. Sometimes it's the other way around. The baby may be delivered, and the woman, because she had preeclampsia, she's got this all made high risk that required that she needs to have cesarean section to deliver that baby safely. She kept saying, no, no, no. Hebrew women, do they even know? I don't describe Hebrew women, what it means very well. People don't even understand. They just borrow this word and they'll be talking about it. And some of these pastors who, you know, preach against these things, they actually need to be arrested, all of them, because you cannot be saying what, you're not medical. You are not you don't know what goes on. You don't know the anatomy of women. You don't know what goes on inside there.
Is it not God that gave the doctors the wisdom to know how to even do
the idea?
Exactly. Why will you even talk about that? Some of them will be told that they need CS. They want to go to their pastor first to pray for them, and the pastor will say, "No, God, my God will hear you. I've done it for people, and it happened. This and all that nonsense." And the people will be waiting, and eventually something will happen. And when it happens, they will not even blame the pastor. They will say that it's how God wants it. Hey, Chineke afugi ihe. It's how God wants it.
Seriously.
So it's so sad. So sad and unfortunate. So please, as I say, I've never had the experience before, but I am a strong believer in, if it's recommended, please, no waste of time. Go and have your baby. So you can carry your baby. Carry your baby. You'll be alive. Your baby will be alive. Does it matter how that child is delivered? You know, in this UK, and they call them too posh to push, because some of them will just, from the day they become pregnant, this is what they want to do. So as soon as they hit 37 weeks, 38 weeks, they go in for elective. Nothing's wrong with them. They just don't want to try. This Oyibo, yes.
They are the ones
they call them too posh to push. They don't want to.
And it doesn't even make them any less a mom than those that went and pushed, because they carried that baby. They went through the aches and pains of the 9 months procedure. So it doesn't matter how that baby, because even after they finish their too much to push and then they still give birth to that baby, they will still go through the pain of recovery of CS, which is a long time. So no matter any which way that they give birth to that baby, they are still very strong.
Of course,
they're still very strong for doing it, because it's not easy.
I can't believe that in this century, people are still talking about, I want to have normal delivery. Which one is normal delivery anyway? So
That's
I'm
another
telling
myth.
you. That's
Exactly, that's
another
another
myth.
myth I want to
That's
talk
another
about,
thing.
because
I
I
want to
don't
have
like it when
normal,
people
I have to have
people
normal
say,
delivery. Meaning what?
yeah. So does it mean that cesarean section is abnormal?
It's
That's why
abnormal.
I don't call it.
Abnormal. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why me too. I don't call it normal delivery. V is V.
It doesn't make
It's V
sense.
delivery.
Yeah.
It's
So
either
I
V
mean, I've
delivery or
seen,
cesarean section.
yeah,
Exactly.
this thing happened back home, but it just shocks me that our people will come over to the diaspora and they still have that mentality and they'll be arguing with doctors here. And the doctors here will be looking at them thinking, which planet are you on?
Are you
Why are
coming?
you
Let me even
It
arguing?
ask.
happens. It's Africans. It happens
Another
mostly in
thing.
Africans.
Let me even ask, have you ever seen an adult, a full grown adult, or a child now, even little children, has is there a requirement? Maybe they want to take them in school now, they will not ask them, were you delivered through cesarean section or through V?
What
Does it
difference?
matter? Does anybody ask, is there a requirement for anything in this life? So why should anybody
Nothing.
be comparing or be asking whether they'll be asking new moms? Thank God I've never seen anybody ask me that question, because I've heard stories of people talking about how people ask them after they've given birth. They come and ask them, was it through cesarean section or V? And I'm like, if anybody asks me that type of question, I'm so
Does it,
sorry for that
yeah,
person.
does it matter?
You finish
And,
them.
and,
You finish
and
Will
there
you
them.
was
finish
one.
that person?
There was one, her mom is in Nigeria, she is in this UK. Due to have baby, and they've told her you need cesarean section. She now called her mom, and her mom said, no, God forbid, I delivered you normal delivery. You have to deliver normal
That's
delivery.
word.
And
Mommy, that's word. That's word. My mother
and this
delivered me
woman,
normal.
and this young woman held on to that. My mother delivered me normal. I'm going to deliver
I
normal.
must deliver
God,
my baby.
hey,
Hey.
really?
I read a story. Apart from the fact that babies pass away and the mothers pass away when they refuse cesarean section, they also give birth to deformed. Some people give birth to deformed babies. Okay, like I read a story the other day. The lady, they told her that she was going to, they needed to operate, and she refused. That's when she was going for antenatal care. She refused. She quit that hospital and went somewhere else. I think she went to the traditional people, and then because they told her the baby was in breech position, something I can't remember precisely, but there was something about the position of the baby. That's why they suggested the cesarean section, and she refused and she went. She eventually gave birth to that baby, and then she came back to that hospital later for something else. That baby at 2 years didn't have neck control.
Oh my God.
He didn't have neck control.
Always.
Oh my God.
Complications from her stubbornness.
Yes.
Oh my
The doctors
God.
will tell you what to do. You say no, it's not in our family. They don't used to do
Yeah.
it in our family.
That's word,
Terrible.
eh? My
I
They don't
mom
know.
even
gave
care
birth to
about how it
cesarean.
affects the baby.
So ignorant. I don't understand. Eh? Anyway, I hope
It's
that people will
ignorance.
learn.
It's
Yeah.
ignorance. That's why we're using this platform. We keep using our
Yes.
platforms to
People,
voice out and educate people, because a lot of people don't know these things. They don't know any
Yeah.
better. Okay, see how I mentioned
No.
when I told my parents about my first one, they were scared. But then I knew it was something I had to do. I put me first. I put my baby first. So women should be learn to put yourselves first.
put
If you're watching
yourself
this video, learn
first.
to put yourself first.
Yes.
If
Take
anything
the
happens to
decision.
you, if you pass away, your husband will remarry very
Of
Marriage.
fast.
course. That
6 months
one
That
there
one
I'm
is
is
too
talking
very
much.
about.
fast.
He didn't
6
even
months
wait
is
for
too
1 year,
much.
and somebody else, and the baby was alive. So somebody else will now come and be a mother to that
And
baby
big
and be
So
feeding
that
them,
baby.
anyhow.
Onyano.
No. So who wants that? No.
Onyano.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Onyano.
So
We need to learn to
it's
Yeah.
so
put
difficult.
ourselves first.
Yes.
Seriously. Seriously.
And listen
I
to
Yes.
say
your
yeah.
doctor. If your doctor advises you when you go for antenatal that you should get ready for it, pick a date. And then
Yes.
okay, if your doctor tells you, because sometimes they don't see anything wrong during
Yeah.
antenatal care, it is during that
Mm,
process of delivery that something might go wrong. And if
Yes.
your
that's
doctor
my
tells you in the
own.
process of
That's my own
delivery
experience.
that you should sign form, don't argue.
Don't
No.
Just say
argue.
okay,
Okay.
just do it.
That's my own. My own is
Absolutely.
that time I went for delivery, I was supposed to deliver by 6. I went 7 to deliver my baby. The baby refused to come down. My son, someone that was already rotating, by 13, 38, 39, baby is supposed to be down. The baby was okay at 37. The head was almost going down. But reaching the 39 weeks, my son refused to come down the head. When I'm already in the hospital, I had no other options. And they already induced me with this labor medicine to induce the labor. But still, to avoid complication, they said it's better we go for cesarean, because I've been almost how many hours crying with pain. Now you know how we deliver with normal this be delivery, the pain you have to after the induction. I was already going through the pain of that, and my first son was even 5 months, and he came to visit me. He was the one making the video, which I never knew existed. It's later I saw this video and I was like, oh my God, is this how the pain was? It's still like fresh. So my own was that day I take the decision. Why my daughter's own? I was even saying my daughter's own, if I know that it would be a delivery, because no complication was there. If I knew it would be a cesarean too, I should have fixed her with my birthday, because my birthday is 6, her own is 13, her brother is 11. So I say, if I know all these things, if I know, I should just take one
Your
date and
birthday.
fix all of us. Fix all of us.
You will share birthday.
Fix all of us.
Exactly. That's what happened. What happened with my last son. I have, because they said are going to induce me, so I chose a Friday, so it can take the weekend, and I chose a date that rhymed 9/9/94. I chose that Friday, and after the induction, the labor was coming, and then they said to me, "You want to have this baby 9/9/95?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well," they said to me, "It's now quarter to midnight, and in the next 15 minutes, it will enter the 10th of September." And then the baby is there, the baby is ready to come, but you are losing energy. So I have to, so 4 minutes to midnight, he was born. So it still remained
9/9/94. Oh my
Yeah,
God. So, I have a lot of people that they just went and choose the date for themselves. I have a friend, although she's no
I
more.
chose a
She
date for him.
she chose 25th of December. 25th December. I had
that's
and
why
her
I gave it to Google now. I chose
25th
Christmas
December.
Day for Google.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's
If I
Christmas
know
Day.
that I would choose dates, if I knew me and my husband, I just choose 6. I wouldn't allow 6th of June to pass me by. Seriously.
After that, my first cesarean section, that they told me the reason why I have to be giving birth through cesarean section, I knew that, okay, from now henceforth, any baby is cesarean section. So I used to go and pick dates. I'll just tell the doctor, okay, let's plan. Once I hit 37 weeks, but the peculiar situation, my own, it doesn't need to exceed 37 weeks. So I'm allowed to choose a date within that 37 weeks, because of the fear of, we don't know what happened with that stillbirth. But now that I think of it, I strongly feel that thing was a uterine rupture. In fact, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I really don't know what happened there. But I thank God that it never ever happened again.
That's the main thing.
That's
the
main thing.
Okay,
I know
my
it's
people,
memory.
I'll go down. I'll still be in chat, but I'm running between 2 channels. I'm on Ifeki Health and Wellness, another channel, and I'm here for you to support. So
thank you, mommy. Someone is even doing monetization. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate.
Nice to see you
for
now.
all your
you out again now that I see that. I'll maybe go off your and do again and see if you start having your notification.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did.
Yes, please. It works. I think I will make a video and tell people that thing, because a lot of people are having the same
Okay, I'll do that.
Tell them to
then I'll go down now.
and subscribe again.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Oh, bye, ma. So let's finish talking about
to unsubscribe and subscribe again, or turn off notification and turn it on again. I don't know why YouTube is doing this thing to me.
I had that.
No wonder my views are dropping.
Yeah, I had that also. Oh yeah, let's finish. I have a lot of memes. My own is stopped. Can you hear me? Okay,
I can hear you.
So the means I have another means they said once a cesarean mom is always a cesarean mom. Have you heard about that?
Well, is a myth, but then I think it depends also on the situation. Okay, for
Mm,
example, if it depends on how many cesarean sections the person has had. Okay, like me now, I knew that I've already had 3 cesarean sections, and then my situation is peculiar because we later found, I think it's an uterine rupture I had, because they found out that the wall of my uterus was very
mm,
thin.
thing,
Yeah.
okay.
So because of that, they said I should not ever give birth um
Too
in
normal.
through the
V,
V
V, V, V.
anymore. So
Mm.
so that's a, it depends on the case. It depends on the case the person has. It depends on the condition the
Put
person has.
water in
But
front
if
of
you,
it.
if the person doesn't have any issues at all, that your uterine wall is thick enough, everything, your lining, your uterine lining is thick, cervix, no issues.
Bring
There's
cup,
something
cup.
called VBAC. There's
Yeah,
something called VBAC. They call it VBAC. That's
V-back. Yeah, V-back, V-back.
VBAC after cesarean.
Cesarean
People do
section. Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
people do it and they give birth,
People do
especially
it.
if they had the, maybe they had 1 cesarean and then they want to try V after that, they
V.
do it. Or
Uh,
even if they have 2 cesarean and they want to try V after that, they do it. As long as your health is okay, your body
it's
is
okay. Your
okay,
baby is
you can
okay.
do it.
Also. Yeah,
Your doctor
yeah.
has
It's
to
true.
check you and give you go ahead. If your doctor
Yes,
confirms
yes.
that you can attempt V back, then you do V back. You do the V back. Yeah. So it's a myth. It's actually a
It's a
myth that
myth.
cesarean
It's a
section,
myth
once a cesarean
because
section mom, always a cesarean section mom. It's a myth.
yeah,
It's
I've
not
heard that
reality.
a lot. I've heard that a lot, especially
Yeah.
as a cesarean mom, they will say, "Oh, since you have the first child through cesarean, it's not possible again for you to have cesarean the second one." I've heard that a lot. That's why I'm
No,
saying
you
it's
can have
really
V back.
you can have it.
Mm,
Yeah, you can have it. Another
mm.
means that I've heard is that if you have cesarean section, you won't be allowed for breastfeeding. Have you
Hey,
heard about
who
that?
is telling that type of lie?
Oh, no. Oh, oh, oh. Seriously,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
why I wrote down. I've done a video about this before because when I started my channel, I was having this spirit of cesarean because of
This
what
one
I've
is
been
funny.
hearing. Eh? This one is
This
fun. Yeah,
one is
I did
quite
a lot
funny.
of it.
It's how
I
people
did
will
a
just
lot
sit
of
down and make up one lie and start spreading it as a rumor, and people will believe it.
to
Is I
scare
don't
people.
understand.
To scare people.
Wh- Why? Okay, to discourage people from cesarean section.
Yeah,
Chai,
I
that's
think
too bad. Because
that's
if you're a mom who is contemplating, who is trying to make a decision right now, and you come across this video and you don't know, you're confused, you don't know if you should have, I like your cap, you don't know if you should
it's
do
not my
cesarean
own.
section or not. Don't believe that, you can breastfeed very, very, very well.
Very well. My own
The
self
only thing is that, yeah, the
that
only
day
thing that
when
is that
once
you
I
will
got
be uncomfortable. You might be
yeah the
uncomfortable trying
pain,
to find out how to place your baby because of the pain
baby,
you're feeling.
the pain
But
you're feeling.
still, once you find out the best position to do it, to breastfeed your
Yeah,
baby, you can easily breastfeed.
you're
Even
good to
women
go.
that give birth through V,
Mm,
they still have pain when breastfeeding, because when they are breastfeeding, their uterus is contracting, so they still feel contractions. So that pain is still there. But everything normalizes after a few weeks, after like 2 weeks,
2 weeks. My
everything
own was
normalizes.
one
So
week.
that's a
One
big
week. One
myth.
week. I've started doing a lot of things. And
Yeah.
okay, you have another mint you also share because I'm reading out the mint I wrote
Oh no,
when I
no, no!
did the
I've already
video.
shared all my myths. I had only
Mint.
three
Okay,
myths that I could think of. That's cesarean section is for lazy women, which is a big lie because they are
big
even very,
lie.
very strong. And that
And
cesarean
another
section is
mint,
not a Hebrew woman delivery,
human
and that
delivery.
and
That's the
that
two
and
words.
calling cesarean section, no, calling V
Lazy,
delivery normal delivery, and then cesarean section is now what? So that's also
abnormal.
those are
Abnormal. Another myth I have is they said during cesarean it causes back pain. That one I would say it's not a myth. It's kind of truth
yeah,
because I
it's true.
experience back pain. I
And
experience
headache.
back pain and headache. Yes, I experience back pain a lot.
I
And
didn't experience any of them.
you didn't. I did. I did.
Mm-mm.
I experienced that because one reason is okay. Now I'll be sharing this with you. If you had a cesarean section and you're having back pain, one thing you should do, you should check your vitamin D level or your calcium level. Do these two things are responsible for back pain. So once it's low, if your vitamin D is low or your calcium is low, you have the chances of having back pain. So I had my
Okay.
own, I never knew the cause of it. After 1 year, I need to go and complain again to my doctor. They gave me medicine when I had my baby, but after 1 year, I began to experience back pain a lot. So I complained to the doctor and they asked me to check my vitamin D and calcium
Mm.
level, which was low. So after
Okay.
the result was out, it's low. I was on supplement for like 1 month. Yeah, I had the supplement of vitamin D and for calcium for 1 month, and the back pain substituted or subside or what, which is the
Yeah,
reduced.
subsided.
Yeah, it's reduced. So if you're experiencing that, if you're experiencing that as
Mm.
a mom, um, do check your vitamin C and vitamin D and calcium level. So that's
Yeah.
another
Well,
thing.
that
Okay.
headache, that back pain, I didn't experience it. Even though sometimes I just feel a little bit of mild pain. I feel like it's because of the way I sit sometimes or the way I lay down. So I never attributed it to cesarean section because it's not a major back pain. And then also I heard that, I don't know if it's true, that one of the reasons why cesarean section moms have back pain is when they are
The
giving them that
anesthesia.
spinal block, that if they keep moving around,
Anesthesia.
you're supposed to stay still when they're
Still
injecting that
okay.
thing into your spine. You're
Mm,
supposed to stay still. So then what I used to do, they used to give me pillow, or I asked for pillow to hold, and I hold it tight and bend my back
then
and
okay.
stay as still. I used to stay as still as possible, even though
As
I hate
possible.
needles. I hate needles so much, but I knew it's something I had to do so that I don't experience that pain. But I don't know if that's why I don't have that back pain, because I was staying
Maybe.
still. And
My
then the
own, when they
headache
gave me,
one, oh, okay. The headache
I
one,
shaked.
I never experienced it, but a lot of that headache one is not a myth. It's true. People talk about it a
No.
lot. I think it's because of, I think they try to raise their head when they are not supposed to raise their head, something like that.
Okay.
Sha, I've not really
Okay.
looked into it to know why that happens, but I know it really happens, that headache one. But it can be avoided. There are things you're not supposed to
Mm.
do, especially those few hours after the delivery or after you gave
Delivery.
them.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what will cause that headache. That headache, I heard that it's so bad. I heard that it's the worst headache ever, but I didn't experience it. But one thing I know that I experienced till today is numbness. I still have numbness in
That area,
my
right?
right thigh. No, my right thigh, the side of my right, the right side of my right thigh. I still have
Okay.
numbness in it. I don't really have feeling in a particular spot there. So it didn't wear off entirely. That epidural. I don't know why that thing is like that, but it's
Okay.
not a problem for
My
me.
own my own
It's
numbness
not a
is in
problem for me.
that scar.
Yeah,
My scar is
yeah,
not
and the scar
visible.
too.
It's not visible, but if I touch there, somehow I feel it like numb. I can't feel
Yeah.
anything there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's the
mine is
thing I
numb
feel.
too.
It's still there.
Mm.
Another thing they
Mine is
even said,
numb too, and it's itching. It's itching.
yeah,
Even
that's what I
right
want to
now, for the
say.
past few weeks, it has been itching me more than usual. I don't know why it's itching me more than usual, even though my last cesarean section was like 3 years ago.
Mm, mine was
But it's not
4 years
something that
ago.
it's not something I cannot cope with. It's not something you cannot cope with.
No,
So
it's not something.
don't
No,
say,
no, don't
oh,
be scared
is that what
about
I
that
will experience?
experience. No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. And
Yeah.
okay, let's see which other means I have. A cesarean section are easier than a V delivery. We already talk about that.
It's not.
Yeah, we already
They
talk
are both
about that.
difficult.
They are both
They
difficult.
are both difficult.
There is risks attached to it.
It's just that one the what's the English? You see, it difficult. The difficulty is for one of them. The difficulty is before baby comes out, and for the other one is
Come
after baby
out
comes out. They are
after
both
baby comes
difficult.
out.
None
Yeah.
of them is easy. None of them is a walk in the park. So none of them is easier than the other. It's just that for one, you don't have to push and all that. But then
Mm.
Sometimes even for the normal for not why did normal enter my mouth? Even for this for the V delivery, sometimes you don't even like me when I did the V delivery. I didn't even push. Most times I push one. I pushed 2 times. Baby came out. Sometimes you don't even have to push that long
Then the
for
baby
the
will
baby
just
to
come
come
out.
out. So people
Mine
are
took
making it sound as
long.
if it's a lot. You have to push and push and push. That's why they now call cesarean section women lazy, because they don't want to push and push and push. Meanwhile, there are some
Approved.
V delivery women that I know. One woman that sneezed that her baby came out. She didn't even know she was in labor. My friend.
So
In her
I
room.
had this in her room.
In her room with her
Oh
husband. I
my,
think they were eating
oh
mango
my
or
God.
abalomo, watching
Oh
movie.
my
She
goodness.
sneezed and her baby came out. Her
Oh
husband
my
caught the
God.
baby.
Oh my God. Here, there in America or
No,
Nigeria.
in Nigeria. In
Oh my
Nigeria.
God.
In
Oh my
Nigeria,
goodness.
honestly. It was so shocking.
My God. Hey, okay. Another means they said that you can't eat milk, you can't eat some certain food. That one is kind of
When you have a
true.
cesarean section.
Yeah, because there's some food
I've
that will
never heard
cause
that in
you
my life.
ah
Really?
because there's some food that will cause the mess side that that one is a funny one. Let's just share it.
Okay, wait, let me
After
understand.
cesarean,
Let me understand.
okay.
Are they saying you can't eat some food, some kind of food
Some
before
food
the cesarean or after?
after that say it
After.
causes bloating. Bloating. It will
Oh,
cause your stomach
really?
to be heavy. Yeah. My doctor
Oh,
also said I should be mindful of what I eat so that
like
after
what?
delivery you need to poo now. You need to poo, right? The
Okay,
my own
yeah.
you need to poo. In hospitals, here I don't know about other countries. In hospital, before you leave, before they will discharge you, if you don't
You have
fart,
to poo or
you have
fat.
to fart. Yes, if you don't
Mm.
fart, they will not discharge you. So that's 24 hours. The food you eat matters. So they will start giving
Mm.
you not that so
Okay,
much heavy
okay,
food.
okay. Is it that first 24 hours that they say you can't eat
Yeah.
anything? You have to. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
understand
That
that part.
first 24 hours.
I thought you meant
After,
for life as a C-section mom, that for life that there are things you cannot eat.
no. No,
Oh,
I mean
okay.
I eat
Can say what?
everything. I'm banner. I'm banner. When
Okay.
no, that's 24 hours. Because of that's anyway, okay, I should have used Igbo, but let me explain for those who are watching. You know, my first 24 hours was kind of funny because they told my husband that they are not going to discharge me. They're not going to discharge me until I fart. My husband
Mm.
laugh. If you see the laugh, yes, you have heard it now. Ngwa biko nye ahịrị
Of
ka
course, but
chima.
that's when you see people rejoicing when they fart. Like, thank
They
God,
see,
yeah, you farted. Yeah.
I rejoice
Because
though. I did though.
because if you did not fart, it means that something went wrong inside, that they
Wrong.
blocked
Yes,
something. They have
yes,
to enter
yes.
there
The
again and
blood
unblock.
again.
Yeah.
Me, I rejoiced though. I
Mm.
rejoiced. There's a lady that said she finished her husband with fat. Even if the husband that was begging, husband that was begging, please, what to do to stop it. So that part, it's kind of funny. In case you're the one that always hide the fat from your husband, and the doctor now give you
Mhm.
the opportunity, the time, and the chance to do it. You finish the whole place with
You
fat
have a
now.
field day.
You
Use
have a
fat
field
and finish the human being.
field everywhere. Oh my goodness. No, cesarean is a very
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Please, you guys should not take it as a hard
Don't be,
something.
yeah. It's a
Don't listen to
lifesaver.
people.
It,
It's a
it's a
lifesaver.
lifesaver. It's something that after
Lifesaver
doing it, you will be proud of yourself and be happy that
of
you
yourself.
made that
You
decision and
did
you
it.
did it and saved the
Exactly.
life of your
Exactly.
baby and yourself.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So you guys should
Yeah.
not take if a mom or you're pregnant or you have a sister, because these things comes between family. Families always
Hmm.
are the ones that first discourages people.
The
Yeah,
people
I
I
think
feel very sad for most of all is the people that their husbands are of a different, they and their husbands are not on the same page.
oh
That's the
my
one
God.
I'm always, I feel terrible for them because I don't understand how a man would not want to
His
put his wife
wife.
first.
It's so sad,
Well,
seriously. It's so sad. My husband was like, you're the one. It's your health, it's your life. So you better you
Yeah.
make the decision. Don't listen to anybody, because if you listen to family, they will think the first thing they will ask you is it vaginal delivery, normal delivery, or cesarean delivery. That's the only thing. But me, I find it quite hard asking somebody, do you deliver through the normal,
I
or do
can
you
never,
deliver?
never ever in my life,
Hey,
never ever
hey,
in my life.
hey.
Very
Since I experienced
unnecessary and
both.
ignorant question. Like,
No, 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 please. I think
rubbish.
another topic I'll do is something is like things you should not ask a new mom.
A new
Maybe
mom.
I,
Things you should not
yeah,
say to a new mom.
say
Things you
to a
shouldn't
new
ask
mom,
a new mom.
seriously, or even
Yeah.
TTC mom also. I think I should also make a like, but
Yeah.
it's getting the guess that is a problem. If for me, if two people are talking, bringing opinions, it make the life lively. You understand? But if one
Hmm.
person is talking, and it's kind of quite difficult.
I
Thank you so much
know.
for being today.
I
I
know.
really
Yeah. Yeah.
appreciate.
We finished on time. Yeah, because I
We
was still
finished
gonna
on
pick Boo
time.
Boo.
Boo boo. Oh. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Thank you
your
for
time. And
having me.
this cap, women can wear it. Oh,
It's
this is
fine.
not my.
It's
It's not
really
my
fine on
cap.
your
It's
head.
my husband cap.
If they
Please, the
have
kids you
smaller
are
size
playing
for
with it.
women, because it's big but it's fine. If
Nice.
that's
It's
in the
fine.
height is much, if it can be
It's
shorter for
small.
women, it's fine. Hmm.
It's open the chief.
Yeah. Ogundi,
Hey, thank
Ogundeze.
you so. Easy, I'm telling you. When
Yeah.
Igbo man wear this cap, they want the highest respect. They are Igwe
Yes,
or
my
chief.
Makwandi Impo.
Ah,
He's
Makwandia Igbo.
easy. He's more easy.
Seriously, our Igbo men. Oh my God, I'm so
Yeah.
happy to have you on my channel today. I need to go
Same
and
here.
support somebody. Someone is doing
Okay.
her live. I need to go and support her before all this
Mm,
support I'm doing.
okay.
Thank you so
Okay,
much
no
for
problem. I'm
joining.
going to
And
try and share now.
yeah, okay, all right.
Mm.
And thank you for your opinion. I hope when I call you once again, you will be able to give us your time again.
Yeah.
Because I
I will
wanted to call you
try.
about parenting. I wanted to call you about parenting. That was my mind. You can see
That was
first
the
time
thing.
I
Now that was
started.
our initial in our plan now,
Initial,
initially.
yeah, that was the initial plan. Because since you're having 5 kids, I
Mm.
said you must have ways of so many experience in kids and all. But anyway, one of these days, please do me the honor again.
Yeah, we'll
Do
be
me the
able to
honor
do that.
again
Yeah. Or I will
to
come in
do
when you're
that
talking about it with somebody else. I will
about.
come in and
All
then
right, all right.
contribute to.
Contribute.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going live every
Mm.
Friday, and
Yeah.
with different topics. By God's
Mm.
grace, I hope these ones will work out. Okay. Thank you so much,
Mm.
everyone that has
This was
joined us
nice.
so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you
Okay.
so much for everyone that will
Thanks.
rewatch. Everyone that will rewatch.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right, guys. I hope you learned from this video today. I hope you learned that cesarean is a lifesaver. It's not something that you'll be scared about. I'm experienced, and my co-host is experienced. We have shared our experience. So don't listen to anyone when your doctor advises you for cesarean section. Please follow your doctor's advice to save the life of your baby and to save your own life. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. And please, I drop a vlog today. I drop vlogs every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Friday. Please do well to watch my vlogs. Do well to support my co-host, her channel too. I really appreciate you guys for your time and presence. And I'll see you next week, same venue, Linda Nenye TV, with a different and interesting topic coming your way. Okay. So please glue to the channel, stay true to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share this video. Please share this video. Share it to people to learn that cesarean section is a lifesaver, and there is nothing wrong in being a Caesarean mom. Okay. I will be ending the vlog. I say vlog. I'll be ending the live here, and I'll see you next week. Thank you, Mommy Fechi, for your contribution also. Thank you for everyone who joined us today and those who are going to rewatch. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend ahead. See you next week. God bless you. Mwah, mwah. Kisses to you all. Bye.